Good evening, everyone. This is Fresh Source TV. Tonight, what I'll be presenting to you guys is Teresa Martin's actual lawsuit that she filed against Crown Plaza Hotel and the other entities involved. Um, this is going to take a while because I think the filing is like 29 pages long. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make this video in two parts. I had started one the other night, but then when I went back to look over it, I realized that the audio had gone out, so you guys didn't get a chance to hear what was being said in that video. So here we go. I'm just going to jump right into it. And so right at the top it says 12-person jury. The firm number is 62177. It was filed on 12/11/2018 at 3:33 p.m. Taken by Dorothy Brown, Circuit Clerk, Cook County, Illinois, and the case number is 2018 L013273 in the Circuit Court of Cook County, Illinois, County Department Law Division. Teresa Martin as Special Administrator for the estate of Kanika Jenkins, deceased. Plaintiff. On the right hand side, it gives the case number again. And then it has versus Crown. Well, let me say it like this: CPO Hospitality LLC, Crown Plaza, Chicago O'Hare Hotel, registered agent David M. Friedman, and it gives the address, which is 5005 W. Toey 200, Skokie, Illinois 60077. The next one is F&F Realty Ltd., registered agent David M. Friedman, 5005 W. Tawhy 200, Skokie, Illinois 60077. Capital Security and Investigations, registered agent Lester N. Arnold, 115 W. Lake Drive 200, Glendale Heights, Illinois 60139. MBC Rosemount LLC, Murray Brothers Caddyshack, registered agent CT Corporation System, 208 S.O. LaSalle Street, Suite 814, Chicago, Illinois 60604. And these are the defendants. Complaint and demand for trial by jury. So, for the people saying that Teresa Martin is just wanting money, on the first page of this lawsuit that she filed, it states that her complaint is a demand for a trial by jury. And one would think the reason for her to want a trial by jury is to find out a little bit more about what happened to Kanika on the night she passed away. Now comes plaintiff Teresa Martin as special administrator for the estate of Kanika Jenkins, deceased, by and through her counsel, Being Legal Team LLC, and for her complaint against defendants CPO Hospitality LLC, Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel, F&F Realty Ltd., Capital Security and Investigations, and MBC Rosemont LLC, Murray Brothers Caddyshack, hereby states as follows. 1. At the time relevant, Teresa Martin was the biological mother of Kanika Jenkins. A petition to duly appoint Teresa Martin as special administrator of the estate of Kanika Jenkins, has been filed and is currently pending in the probate court of Cook County, Illinois. 2. At the time relevant, plaintiff decedent Kanika Jenkins was a resident of Chicago, of the city of Chicago, Cook County, estate of Illinois. 3. Upon all information and belief, defendant CPO Hospitality LLC was an Illinois corporation doing business as Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare in the city of Rosemount, County of Cook, State of Illinois. Upon all information and belief, defendant F&F Realty Ltd. was an Illinois corporation doing business in the city of Rosemount, County of Cook, State of Illinois. F&F Realty Ltd. owned, operated, and managed the Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare. 5. Upon all information and belief, defendant, Capital Security and Investigation, hereinafter, Capital Security was an Illinois corporation doing business in the city of Rosemount, County of Cook, State of Illinois. Capital Security provided security service to the Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel. 6. Upon all information and belief, defendant MBC Rosemount LLC was an Illinois corporation doing business as Murray Brothers Caddyshack Restaurant, hereinafter Caddyshack Restaurant in the city of Rosemount, County of Cook, State of Illinois. Caddyshack Restaurant leased premises for the defendants CPO Hospitality LLC, Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel, F&F Realty Ltd. 7. Defendant CPO Hospitality LLC, Chicago O'Hare Hotel, and F&F Realty are collectively referred to as Crown Plaza defendants. 8. This matter arises out of a September 10th, 2017 incident resulting in the death of Kanika Jenkins that occurred at the Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel, located at 5400 River Road in the city of Rosemount, County of Cook, State of Illinois. 9. On or about September 9th, 2017, at approximately 1:13 a.m., plaintiff's decedent Kanika Jenkins entered the Crown Plaza defendant's hotel as a guest. 10. Plaintiff decedent Kanika Jenkins entered the hotel completely coherent and without incident. 11. On or about September 9th, 2017, at approximately 2:30 a.m., plaintiff's decedent Kanika Jenkins left the room on the ninth floor and was last seen by her friends at that time. 12. On information and belief, prior to 20 prior to 2:30 a.m. on or about September 9th, 2017, there were multiple notifications to Crown Plaza defendants and or agents of defendant, Capital Security, regarding the room where decedent Kanika Jenkins was believed to be. 13. On information and belief, prior to 2:30 a.m. on or about September 9th, 2017, the Crown Plaza defendants and are agents of defendant, Capital Security had actual and constructive knowledge that there were too many occupants in the room where decedent Kanika Jenkins was believed to be. A smoke detector had been disabled in the room where decedent Kanika Jenkins was believed to be, and R. There was a smell of strong intoxicants emanating from the room where decedent Kanika Jenkins was believed to be. 14. On information and belief, prior to 2:30 a.m. on or about September 9th, 2017, neither the Crown Plaza defendants and nor agents of defendant Capital Security who had actual and constructive knowledge of dangerous and or impermissible conduct of individuals in the room where defendant Kanika Jenkins was believed to be intervened or appropriately investigated such conduct as was required by the circumstances then and there existing. On or about September 9th, 2017, shortly after defendants knew and or had reason to know Kanika Jenkins was missing at or about 2:30 a.m. Teresa Martin was assured by Crown Plaza Defendants Hotel staff and employees and are agents of Capital Security they would check and review all security cameras and footage to locate plaintiff's decedent Kanika Jenkins. 16. On or about September 7, 2017, Crown Plaza defendants Capital Security undertook the responsibility of checking security camera footage in order to locate plaintiff's decedent, Kanika Jenkins. 17. After defendants were informed of plaintiff's decedent Kanika Jenkins' disappearance, employees of defendants failed to properly monitor and or review security video. Cameras and footage which would have shown the whereabouts of Kanika Jenkins, which would have saved her life. 18. Plaintiff decedent Kanika Jenkins was a guest at the Crown Plaza Defendants Hotel. 19. Plaintiff's decedent Kanika Jenkins was last seen near an elevator on the ninth floor where surveillance cameras were installed, in use, and properly working, and therefore she was observable. 20. On or about September 9th, 2017, at approximately 3:30 a.m., plaintiff's decedent Kanika Jenkins was seen on a camera entering a kitchen through the employee door from the downstairs hallway of the Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel. 21. Between approximately 2:30 a.m., when plaintiff decedent Kanika Jenkins was last seen by her friends, and 3:32 a.m., when she was last seen on the camera entering an abandoned kitchen, she appeared on Crown Plaza defendants' surveillance footage at all times. 22. Had Crown Plaza defendant staff and employees and or agents of defendant Capital Security check the surveillance footage sooner or alternatively properly and timely reviewed the video footage, they would have seen plaintiff decedent Kanika Jenkins entering the kitchen and would have been able to locate her, which would have prevented her death. 23. On or about September 9th, 2017, between 2:30 a.m., when plaintiff's decedent Kanika Jenkins was last seen by her friends, and 3:30 a.m., when she was last seen on surveillance footage entering the kitchen of the Crown Plaza Defendants Hotel, she passed several hotel personnel who failed to prevent Kanika Jenkins from entering the kitchen. 24. After last being seen leaving a room on the ninth floor, plaintiff's decedent Kanika Jenkins was visibly disoriented and in dire need of assistance. Crown Plaza defendants, through their employees and or agents of defendant Capital Security, should have assisted plaintiff's decedent Kanika Jenkins, which would have prevented her death. 25. Upon information and belief, Crown Plaza defendants maintained several double walk-in freezers within the hotel, but locked and sequestered them from access by the general public. 26. At all times relevant here too, the double walk-in freezer in the abandoned kitchen within the Crown Plaza Defendants Hotel had a sticker affixed that was completely faded and failed to instruct how to release the lock system of the door. 28. At all time relevant at all times relevant here too, the double walk-in cooler in the abandoned kitchen of the Crown Plaza's defendant hotel was unused and did not contain any food or produce. 29. Upon information and belief, all coolers and freezers within the Crown Plaza Defendants Hotel were supposed to be temperature monitored on a regular basis. 30. On or about September 9th, 2017, at approximately 12:36 p.m., defendant's decedent Kanika Jenkins was reported missing to the Rosemount Public Safety Police when the family did not receive a response from the Crown Plaza Defendants Hotel staff and employees and or agents of defendant Capital Security. 31. On or about September 9th, 2017, at approximately 3:20 p.m., the, the Rosemount Public Safety Police commenced an investigation at the Crown Plaza Defendants Hotel. 32. Upon information and belief, it was not until after Rosemount Public Safety Police requested a review of the surveillance that the Crown Plaza defendant staff and employees or agents of Capital Security actually began the undertaking of reviewing surveillance footage. 33. On or about September 9th, 2017, at approximately 10:30 p.m., an unidentified employee entered the aforesaid kitchen and failed to discover plaintiff's decedent Kanika Jenkins. 34. On or about September 10th, 2017, at approximately 12:25 a.m., plaintiff's decedent Kanika Jenkins was found unresponsive inside the double walk-in freezer of the aforesaid kitchen of the Crown Plaza Defendants Hotel. 35. Upon information and belief, decedent Kanika Jenkins was caused to die from hypothermia and or freezing to death, which caused immeasurable conscious pain and suffering prior to death. Okay, and so now here is where we get into the plaintiff's claims in the counts. Count one was negligence, gross negligence, premises liability, Crown Plaza defendants. 36. Plaintiff's decedents realleges and reasserts all previously enumerated paragraphs as though fully set forth herein. At all pertinent times herein, Crown Plaza defendants owed a duty to provide security and maintain a safe premises. At all times pertinent relevant herein, Crown Plaza defendants owed a duty to warn off or otherwise take responsible steps to protect the general public, its businesses, its business invitees, and guests, and plaintiffs decedent Kanika Jenkins in particular, regarding the state of the premises or acts done or omitted on them. 39. At all times relevant hereto, Crown Plaza defendants owed a duty to warn their guests and or employees of unreasonable risk and dangers on their premises. 40. At all times pertinent herein, Crown Plaza defendants owed a duty to the public, to the general public, is business invitees, guests, and plaintiff decedent Kanika Jenkins in particular, maintain a safe premises. At all times pertinent relevant herein, Crown Plaza defendants owed a duty to the general public, its business invitees, guests, and plaintiffs, decedents Kanika Jenkins in particular, to warn off latent defects of dangers such as abandoned kitchens and are accessible double walk-in freezers. 42. At all times relevant, defendants owe their business invitees, guests, and plaintiffs, decedent Kanika Jenkins in particular, a duty to exercise reasonable care to ensure that services undertaken by security service and food service providers were done so in a manner so as to not inflict injury upon others. 43. At all times relevant, Crown Plaza defendants owed a duty to the general public, its business invitees, guests, and plaintiffs, decedent Kanika Jenkins in particular, to properly supervise, train, and hire its personnel who were working at the Crown Plaza Defendants Hotel. 44. At all times relevant hereto, Crown Plaza defendants owed a duty to their business invitees, guests, and plaintiffs decedent Kanika Jenkins in particular to maintain policies and/or procedures so as to prevent injury upon others when undertaking a duty to act. 45. At all times pertinent, relevant hereto, Crown Plaza defendants owed a duty to the general public is business invitees, guests, and plaintiffs, decedent Kanika Jenkins in particular, provide adequate security for their hotel to protect the premises and their patrons. 46. The Crown Plaza defendants were negligent and are grossly negligent and responsible for A. Failing to secure areas which should have been closed off to the general public. B. Failing to secure areas restricted to employees only. C. Failing to maintain proper signage. D. Failing to warn off a dangerous condition. E. Maintaining a defective and faulty freezer. F. Improperly allowing a dangerous design freezer area to remain in operation unsupervised and open to the public. I'm going to read that one again. F. Improperly allowing a dangerous designed freezer and area to remain in operation unsupervised and open to the public. G. Failing to maintain the latch and entry system to their kitchen freezer. H. Failing to secure an area otherwise inherently dangerous. I. Failing to timely review security cameras and undertaking a duty to do so. J. Failing to hire, manage, supervise, and train employees and or agents who were competent to deal with missing persons in a reasonable manner. K. Failing to hire, manage, supervise, and train employees and or agents who were properly trained not to negligently disregard dangers to the general public. L. Failing to hire, manage, supervise, and train employees and or agents who were competent. Excuse me. M. Failing to hire security providers who were competent and capable of acting reasonably under the circumstances. N. Failing to hire food service providers who are competent and capable of acting reasonably under the circumstances. O. Failing to enforce existing policies and procedures to prevent the conduct described herein and are failing to promulgate sufficient policies to prevent the occurrence of alleged herein. Oh, let me read that again because my tongue got tied, y'all. Tongue twisted. So, failing to enforce existing policies and procedures to prevent the conduct described herein or failing to promulgate sufficient policies to prevent the occurrence of alleged herein. P. Failing to adopt proper procedures for the employees and personnel. And Q. Failing to properly and adequately train its staff with relation to safety procedures of personnel only areas. So you what he went through almost all of the alphabets, that's for sure. He really didn't miss too much, if he missed anything at all. I'm gonna clear this page. I think that was page 10. Yeah, this is page 10. And then I'll come back with another video to finish off the other ones because I'm really getting tired talking. So I'll bring the rest of this to you guys tomorrow. I'll go ahead off and finish off these right here, this paragraph. 49. At all times pertinent, employees and or agents of Crown Plaza Defendant and Defendant Capital Security had a duty to act when they were put on notice of plaintiff decedents disappearing and undertook the responsibility to act as existed at that time. 48. Had Crown Plaza defendants and or employees or agents of defendant Capital Security checked the surveillance footage when they undertook the duty to do so, they would have found plaintiff's decedent Kanika Jenkins in a timely fashion and prevented her death. Had Crown Plaza defendants and or employees or agents of defendants Capital Security properly intervened when they observed plaintiff decedent visibly disoriented, confused, and lost within their premises, they would have prevented her from entering the abandoned kitchen and prevented her death. 50. Had Crown Plaza defendants properly secured the unused kitchen, they would have prevented plaintiff decedent Kanika Jenkins from entering the abandoned kitchen and thereby prevented her death. Now, this lawsuit is in depth. Okay. Now, a lot of people, have their personal feelings about Jeffrey Feiger and the Beam legal team, in particular Jeffrey Feiger. But Jeffrey's been a while for a long time, guys. And this is not the first time I've heard his name. I've heard his name years ago, like when I was in my 20s. He's one of he's a very, very prominent lawyer, and he's a very good lawyer. He's a lawyer for a lot of the famous people, actors and stuff like that. And he does a really, really well job. I know he's getting up in age, but just because you're getting up in age, your knowledge never goes away. And with Teresa having someone like Jeffrey Feiger, not only does, uh, his work speaks for itself. I will say that. But when you have an attorney that has been so successful the way he has in his past, he's had some failures, but he's had a multitude of wins, great wins, you know. And I'm sure by now, since he's been practicing for so long, he's very well respected in the courtroom. And that's a plus for Teresa Martin. Now, Another thing I want to say, even if she didn't have Jeffrey Feiger as a lawyer, a case like this is basically an open and shut case. And it is what it is, guys. You know, like I said earlier, he went through almost all of the alphabets. He went through the mistakes that were made in this case with a fine-tooth comb. And from some of the information that I've read to you guys, if you know the case, like I said before, it's a lot of things that we don't know that they know. So when we're making our videos, and that's why I really don't do Kanika Jenkins videos, mainly because I just I feel bad about just continuing to talk about her online like that. To me, is exploiting her. That's how I feel about it. I say certain things, but you'll never see me. I think one time I analyzed her photos, um, and things like that, because I just believe that she deserves respect. And this is not to talk about anybody who's doing that. It's just the way that I feel. I'm just not the person to do that kind of work. I can do it, but I choose not to do that kind of work because of who I am. For me, it's just not something that I want to do. I try to keep her and leave her with her dignity. I'm not gonna say certain things on my channel concerning Kanika Jenkins. And yes, I do go to bat sometimes when I hear people, who's telling all the lies about her case, because her case is a very, very sensitive case that needs to be respected. We can get on here and talk about her case all day and all night long, like they've been doing for the last 5 years. But keep it clean, because we know that, her death was tragic in itself. All of the other stuff, I say that all the time too, doesn't need to be added into it. You know, we don't need to create stories about Kanika Jenkins. We don't. This is what happened. Okay. Now, we read from the very beginning, for all of the people who are saying that Teresa Martin is not Kanika Jenkins' biological mother. This lawsuit is telling you that, in fact, she is definitely Kanika's mom. So, are you going to continue to say that she's not Kanika's mom? Or are you going to believe the truth? Because at this point, if you continue to spread that narrative, then now you have become nefarious. Because the proof is in this document right here. And this document has been out forever. But it's not too many people that really speak on it, or who are talking, putting it out where the public can hear it, like what I'm doing it, reading it out to you guys. This is Teresa Martin's actual lawsuit against Crown Plaza Hotel and all the rest of the people that's involved in this. So, I mean, it's right in your face. What are you going to do with it? Continue to tell the lies or believe the truth? This is the truth. Teresa Martin is Kanika's mom. You know, she was seen on video surveillance. We all saw her. It wasn't 5, 6 Kanikas. It was one Kanika. It was only one Kanika in that hotel. Every time we saw her on camera, even though at times she may have looked a little differently, it was still her. Each camera is not set and focused the same way. So, of course, We're not going to get the exact same images of her on every camera that exists in the hotel. She may look slim in one camera because of the way the camera is angled and set. And in another one, she may look a little shorter and stockier because of the way the camera is focused and set. But the reality of this situation is it was Kanika Jenkins in that hotel room. She did die in that freezer. She walked the halls of the establishment and she met her demise along the way. Now, what we don't know is what happened along that way. We'll never find that out. And this is what Teresa Martin wants to know. And that's why she's asking for a trial by jury. That's the only reason she would want a trial by jury, because her case is an open and shut case. Is she going to get, you know, millions, $50 million, or I don't know, 50 million per entity she's suing? No, they always give a higher number than what they actually expect to get. But I can guarantee you, Jeffrey Feiger is going to get the most that he can get for her. He wouldn't have taken this case if he didn't believe that he could win it. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to bed. I have to get up for church in the morning. I'm going to say a prayer for each and every one of you before I go to bed, wishing nothing but peace, love, and light to you guys. And for the people who keep calling out my name in their videos, I want you guys to know as well, I hear you. I hear you calling me. But I am me. And I don't move when people want me to move. I move when I get ready to move. And for the young lady who keeps calling out my name, when I do decide to respond to you, it's not going to be in the way that you think I'm going to respond to you. Because again, you are one of the people that I know who's dealing with some issues. So I'm going to take the same stance with you that I took with Ava. When I come to you, I'm coming to you in love, in peace, because I don't have anything against any YouTuber. I don't know you guys for real in my real life, but I know what God calls me to do. And when I see somebody hurting, I have to step in and be the person who He called me to be. And that's speak life, hope, and peace, love, and light into your life. That's what I'm about. That is the true Miss Dana. So I want you guys to have a great evening. And again, I'll come back to you guys with the rest of this information on tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.